On April 2nd, 2025, Trump launched the reciprocal tariff order and declared the existing trade system non-reciprocal. Most economists hear tariffs and think anti-free trade. But 1 year later, the sharper question is whether these tariffs were attacking free trade in theory, or pressuring a trade system that was already packed with carve-outs, rules, and hidden barriers. The order itself made that case. It said the United States had a simple average most favored nation tariff of about 3.3%, while India was near 17%, Brazil above 11%, China around 7.5%, Vietnam near 9.4%, and the European Union around 5%. It also pointed to non-tariff barriers: licensing, standards fights, subsidies, digital restrictions, procurement rules, and state-backed advantages. The label free trade was hiding a managed trade reality. That is why the tariffs worked as bargaining chips as much as taxes. On March 6, 2025, the White House tied Canada and Mexico tariffs to border security and fentanyl pressure, while exempting goods that qualified for United States-Mexico-Canada agreement treatment. Brookings notes that 57% of imports still entered duty-free in 2025, including most Canada and Mexico trade under that agreement. That looks less like autarky and more like selective leverage. On the administration's own scorecard, there were real wins. Uster said on April 2, 2026, that the overall United States goods deficit fell 24% from April 2025 through February 2026 versus the prior year. The China goods deficit fell 30% in calendar 2025. The European Union gap fell 45% on the same April to February basis, and new deals expanded market access to more than 2 billion consumers. Brookings also says tariff revenue jumped to $264 billion, and decoupling from China accelerated. But the costs and limits are real too. Brookings estimates roughly 90% of the tariff burden was passed through to United States importers, with foreign exporters absorbing only about 10%. The same Brookings work says the overall 2025 goods deficit still rose modestly from 2024, and manufacturing jobs declined slightly. The International Monetary Fund warned that higher tariffs and policy uncertainty weakened activity, so the evidence for a fast manufacturing renaissance is still thin. That leaves a mixed verdict. If you judge the tariffs against frictionless textbook free trade, they look anti-trade. If you judge them as bargaining chips inside a system that was never truly free, they look more rational and in some ways more effective than critics admit. If you judge them by the promise of a quick industrial comeback, 1 year is not enough to call it a win.